Z-spheres offer a quick way to construct simple shapes. You can then convert these shapes into polygons in order to sculpt and edit them further. I just want to get Lightbox out of the way first. I'm just going to click on this button and close it. So the way you can make a Z-sphere is to go over here in the toolbox and just click on Z-sphere. And nothing happens at first. It's just like loading up a Z-tool. You actually have to click and drag in here to open it up. So what is this strange ball floating in space? Well, it's really nothing all by itself. In order to really use it, you have to make other Z-spheres attached to it and form them into shapes. So to add more Z-spheres to this Z-sphere, we want to go into Edit mode. Now you can see if you move the cursor over the Z-sphere, it kind of makes a little spot where a new Z-sphere is going to be created. So if you click and drag on here, you're going to make a new sphere. You can also move this Z-sphere around and reposition it by clicking on the Move button. Now that we're in Move mode, you just click and drag, and the new Z-sphere gets moved around. Going back into Draw mode, we can either add new Z-spheres or we can delete ones that we don't want. So if you hold down Alt and click on a Z-sphere, it'll go away. So let's use symmetry to make a crude stick figure man. So I'm going to turn on symmetry by hitting X. So now you see wherever you move the mouse, you get 2 points. And I'm going to move it just a little bit so we can see that easier. So there's symmetry turned on, and we're going to grow 2 new Z-spheres out of here instead of just 1. So if you click and drag, you see 2 are created. If you go into Move mode now, we'll move some down for legs. And let's go back into Draw mode, and we'll make the lower half of the legs. And we can go into Move mode again and grab these and pull them down. Now what happens sometimes is that moving one Z-sphere will also move others that are connected to it, so you might have to do a little bit of adjusting back and forth to get them where you want them to be. Switching back into Draw mode, we can make another Z-sphere at the top of the pelvis that will go up and be the chest. And also what you can see is when you move the cursor close to the center line, those 2 points snap into 1. So instead of creating 2 new Z-spheres, it's just going to make 1 right in the center. So let's just click and grow 1 new one out, and I just want to move this up to the chest. Now let's make some arms. Going back into Draw mode, let's make 2 shoulders here, and we'll just go into Move mode again and pull out the arms. When you're in Draw mode, you can also insert new Z-spheres in between 2 existing ones. So if you just click anywhere in between, you'll make a new Z-sphere, and going back into Move mode, you can reposition it independently just like you could any other Z-sphere. Now let's make a neck, just like we made the torso. So clicking in this middle Z-sphere right here, we can grow out a neck, and let's just move it up a little bit. And to top it off, I'm going to make a head. So growing 1 more here, and into Move mode, let's move it up a little bit, and let's say I want to make it a little bit bigger too. So if you go into Scale mode, you can shrink them or grow them a little bit bigger. If you want to practice some more, you could go ahead and make some feet and fingers and toes in the exact same way we've made everything else so far. When you're happy with your crude figure, you can convert it to polygons. I'm going to hit F here just so we can zoom out and see the entire figure. If you hit the A key, what it's going to do is show a quick preview of what the polygon mesh would look like when it's converted from the Z-spheres. In order to actually use this as a polygonal model now, we need to use something that's called adaptive skin. And simply this is just going to wrap a polygon mesh around the Z-spheres that we've made. So go down into adaptive skin here in your sub-palette, and let's open this up. And you don't have to worry about any of these settings. They actually work very good just the way they are. I'm just going to click adaptive skin here. Now it doesn't look like anything really happened, but what it's done is it's created a new model up here at the top of the tool palette, right here in our toolbox. It's called Skin Z Sphere 1. And so if you just click on this, now we have this new model here. It's a polygon model, and we can sculpt on it and treat it just like we would any other model in ZBrush. You'll use Z-spheres when you want to start a new model from scratch, since it's a fast way to build a simple structure that can then be converted to polygons and edited further.